What's up, Rebels? It is Chunky Monkey 40 here, and today we're going to be doing a recap on Kid Rock's 50th birthday hang. For those of y'all who don't know, Kid Rock just turned 50 yesterday, January 17th, 2021. If you did not see my last video talking about Kid Rock, I discussed what Kid Rock's next career move might be, and I theorized that he was going to do something on January 17th. I didn't quite know what it would be, but I honestly didn't really expect him to do a live stream or anything like that. Because if you guys follow Kid Rock, he's not really too much into social media. For him to actually get involved in the online world like he did, I thought that that was super cool.
Don't worry, if this is a train wreck, it's gonna be a fucking great train wreck, so stay tuned.
Kid Rock also revealed a ton of new music, so you definitely want to stick around to the end of the video this time. Be sure to leave a like and also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Kid Rock news like this. Now, okay, so the live stream. It started off with Kid Rock rolling up in the General Lee with his fiance Audrey riding shotgun, and then he gets out wearing his big fur coat, drinking a Coors, and then they walk into Kid Rock's private saloon, and he sits down right in front of the stage with a laptop in front of him, and that's when the good stuff starts. Which, by the way, if you guys are interested, Orange Cars Matter koozies are available on my website still, and I also have posters and stickers as well. I mean, even John Schneider approves, so go check them out. Once Rock was sitting at the stage, he started to talk about what the live stream was all about. He came up with the idea after he donated $100,000 to the Barstool Fund. And the Barstool Fund is basically a charity that's supposed to help out bars that are struggling right now through the COVID-19 pandemic. And so with his $100,000 contribution, he figured maybe he could raise a little bit more by doing a live stream. So in a week's time, he set up the entire live stream, and he was able to raise $200,000 for the Barstool Fund, which was pretty awesome. And if you would like to donate to the Barstool Fund, I will leave a link in the description to go and do that.
And it's my 50th birthday. If you could put a $5 bill in, well, hell, you could put a zero on it and make it 50. And if you're well off to do, you can make it 500. And if you've really been blessed, write a check for $5,000.
I still think it's awesome that Kid Rock fans raised $200,000 to help. I personally donated $50. That was a little bit more than I could do, but I felt that it was the right thing to do, knowing so many people who work in bars and restaurants, and I know how much they're struggling. You know, like every single time I go out to eat, I tend to tip a little bit more generously nowadays. And I think that's kind of our duty to help our fellow Americans. Rock also then discussed how he moved his entire studio from Michigan to Nashville, in which in my last video I talked about Dixie Ridge, which is his private recording studio. If you want to learn more about Kid Rock and what he might end up doing after he retires, then go and watch my last video, what Kid Rock's next career move might be. Rock discussed that he had more time than ever to work on music due to COVID-19, and plus he had already planned to take 2020 off of touring anyways, so the pandemic didn't really affect him too much. He even gave us some updates on the album. He talked about how he had a couple different ways that he wanted to go about releasing this album, because the album that Kid Rock has been working on was going to be titled Kid Motherfucking Rock, with 10 country songs, 10 hip-hop songs, and 10 rock songs, and plus he was going to add in 20 unreleased songs from the past onto the record, making it a total of 50 songs. And then after that, he was going to launch 50 tour dates. He was going to start at Ford Field in Detroit and then finish at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Then he's going to tip his hat and then say, that was fun. But now, obviously, due to COVID, there is no concerts right now, so he can't launch a tour. Hopefully, COVID decides to go away and he can go about doing that. But unfortunately, the album, which I wish he would release it right now, but I guess, you know, he wants to do it with the tour and everything. So at this moment in time right now, we do not have a release date for the album or the documentary. But the reason we don't have an album release date is because Rock's torn between a couple different ways to maybe put the album out. These are some of the things that he was talking about last night. He was talking about putting a song a month out and doing more online chats with it. He's also torn between doing albums and singles because he feels it's pretty special because he's got a pretty diverse catalog. So it's always interesting when Rock drops a selection of songs. So he's torn right now between releasing albums and singles, and then he also thought about doing 4 songs every quarter or a song a week and then doing videos on YouTube or something, maybe probably live chats, talking about the songs, breaking them down and everything, which I think would be awesome, but personally I kind of want him to drop the 50 at once. I feel like that would be the most memorable way to go out, you know, if this is really his last album, drop dropping 50 songs at once, 10 rock, 10 hip hop, and 10 country, plus 20 unreleased songs from the past, which I'm assuming that some of those songs are also remakes of some songs from Devil Without a Cause. I think 50 songs at once is the way to go, but that's just my personal opinion. But Rock also talked about how he's been taking better care of himself. He's been doing things like boxing and playing pickleball. He also admitted to having neck issues and knee issues, but he's trying to get himself into peak condition mentally, physically, and vocally for an awesome tour in 2022. He admitted that it's probably going to be the last tour, but he put a lot of emphasis on probably because he doesn't know for sure. He doesn't know how he'll feel in 10 years, so he might end up going back on the road, which I think is awesome that he's not actually advertising this as a farewell tour. He's saying it's possible it's the last tour.
And I don't want to say that will be, it's the farewell tour, but it could be. I don't want to be Mick Jagger, up there at 75 years old playing, and my body's not going to allow me to anyway.
There, he also admitted to wanting to bring back the Chillin' the Most cruise and the fish fry, which is something that I predicted and got right in my last video, because it really does seem like he enjoys those events more than just doing a regular concert.
Then after that, I'd just like to do a few events a year, do the fish fry in a big way, get our cruise going again.
And you could just tell, because if you've ever been to any of those events, you know that the energy is like 110% there. And plus, he even wants to introduce a new type of event in northern Michigan. He wants it to be a massive patriotic celebration. So my guess is that this would probably be in the beginning of summer, or maybe in the middle of summer around the 4th of July time, which would be super cool. Or maybe he'd do like Memorial Day weekend or Labor Day weekend. But that's pretty interesting that he wants to do a new type of event. So that would mean that after he retires from touring, he would just do 3 big events a year, one on a cruise, or maybe doing the Flying High Island again, which I think he's going to lean more towards doing another Flying High Island versus a cruise, because he always got seasick on the cruise. So I honestly doubt that he'll do another one of those, but the Flying High Island would be pretty cool. I personally would love to go, because I never got to experience a Chillin' the Most, and they just look like a hell of a time. So we get that one. Let's just say it'll be in Punta Cana again. Then in the middle of summer, we'd get one in northern Michigan, and then at the end of the concert season, we get the fish fry in Nashville somewhere. And just to speed this up so that we can get to talking about the new music, Kid Rock also, throughout the live stream, he spoke with Dave from Barstool Fund. He's the leader of it, and Dave talked about how they had already raised $27 million so far for the Barstool Fund, which is fantastic. That's going to help out a lot of bars and restaurants. It's going to do a lot more than the government has done for bars and restaurants, and that's something that I have a lot of respect for, because it's we the people who need to come together and defeat this pandemic. And plus, former runner-up for the Michigan Senate seat, John James, also donated $50,000 to the fund. And Jake Owen actually brought Kid Rock a pretty cool gift. Take a listen.
Jake, come say hello. Mr. Owen. Yeah, come say hello. Got a lot of big country stars here tonight. You never in Nashville.
What's up?
What's up, bro?
Happy birthday,
Jake Owen right here.
Howdy, everybody.
Couple 100,000. What do you got going on right now, man? You working on some music? We just put out the album. We did the song together.
We did, and now, man, we're just working on helping you raise a bunch of money.
Thank
pretty
you,
cool
man.
thing you're doing here. So
Jake made me the coolest plaque for The Grass is Always Greener. If you haven't checked out the song we did together on his last record, his record's slamming, by the way. Everybody pick it up. He got me this picture made. It's like a card, and you flip it upside down. It's his picture on one side, it's mine on the other. But the trickery is that you slide the top and a one-hitter pops out of it.
Yeah, so Jake Owen, Chris Chelio was there, and then also Loretta Lynn's son and daughter-in-law were there. Vince Neil from Motley Crue was there, and Morgan Wallen and Eric Church were supposed to show up as well, which I'm sure they probably ended up showing up later on that night. They probably didn't want to be around for the live stream because they might get a little bit of shit from the news for being at a super spreader event.
I mean, I'm probably already getting tagged online, oh, Kid Rock's having a super spreader event. Like, yeah, spread these nuts on your face.
Everybody got tested to come here. Don't lie. Why do we leave out that factor?
Oh.
Which I forget who it was. I think it was John Party who said everyone was tested in order to go there. So get off Kid Rock's back, CNN. Okay, the new songs. Rock played a total of 8 new songs, 9 if you count the one that he played at the very end of the live stream, and there wasn't a single song that I didn't want to hear the rest of. The first one that Rock played, he actually leaked on an Instagram live stream at the beginning of quarantine with his fiancée Audrey. This one is titled Ain't Nobody Gonna Tell Me How to Live. It's gonna be starting off the new record, and in the words of Kid Rock,
I got a first song I'm gonna play is makes American Badass look like Happy Birthday for not a better analogy.
He did the song with a Canadian rock band called Monster Truck. It was originally their song, but he took it and he remade it, just like he did with Metallica's Sad But True, to make American Badass. Take a listen.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live. I'm a moonshine, super straight, slipping in the darkness. Fire from hardness, I'm born like the sharpest tool in the shed. No, I never been the smartest. But make no mistake, I hit the fucking hardest.
What the fuck? This accessory don't fucking work.
Yeah, and he also had some pretty hilarious technical difficulties too throughout the stream.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live. Years ago, we all thought it was a joke. See, that every kid got a motherfucking trophy. But yo, homie, here's the situation. A nation of pussies is our next generation.
This song, I personally am a very big fan of. My favorite line in it was, "Every opinion has a millennial offended, but this amendment won, it rings true, and if you don't accept this, you'll see number 2. That song is gonna be a #1 song, and I feel like some of these songs on here are gonna be #1s too. The second one that he played was called My Kinda Country, and me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of this one. This one was written by Eric Church and Adam Hood, then Kid Rock put his twist onto the track. This one reminds me of Good Times Cheap Wine from the first Kiss album, and then it also reminds me of Stand the Pain off of the 2017 album Sweet Southern Sugar.
Somewhere between muscle soul and baby's feet. I like it funky with a whole lot of blues and soul. My kind of country sounds a lot like rock and roll.
The third one was another country song, and this one hits home. I love this song, man. It's called Still Something, and it was written with Morgan Wallen, Mitchell Tenpenny, George Schmidt, Andy Albert, and Kid Rock. That's all you need to know about this country song. Take a listen.
Still something about a guitar cranked up, head banging to the beat of the bass drum. Still something about a sold out show in the second row with your girl on your shoulders. Still something about raising a cold beer when the lights go down and the crowd cheers. From Delta Soul to Abbey Road, sweet child to sweet home. Still something about rock and roll.
Now, the fourth one is my all-time favorite. Well, I'm torn between saying that this one is my all-time favorite and We the People is my all-time favorite. I guess I'll have to make that decision when the album comes out, but this one was written with Kid Rock and Loretta Lynn. I'm gonna play you guys the story of him talking about the history of the song right now, and let me tell you, it's pretty awesome.
This is Mr. Ernie and Crystal Lynn. He's got to call me dad now.
That's right. Need it alone.
This is Loretta Lynn's son, and part of the reason why me and her had that fun marriage, I was actually renewing their vows for them, and they pulled a fast one on me and said, "Nope, you're going to marry Mama tonight."
That's right.
And I said, "Hell, I'll marry Mama. That means this motherfucker has to call me dad."
Hey, and I said, well, hey, how about giving your son a loan? He said, I put your money in a trust. I said, what's the name of that trust? He said, Bobby, no trusty Ernie.
So they bring Mama out once in a while, Miss Loretta, to hang out with me, and we have so much fun. And she's always wanting to write a song here and there. And there was one of those times, you know, sometimes your relationship gets a little tough. And I was doing some bitching about Audrey, some little squabble we had about something at some level.
Y'all fight?
And Miss Loretta said, she said, "Bobby, she's your baby, now rock her." And I was like, "What'd you say?" He's like, "Oh, I had that song title for years." I wrote it down immediately, and I said, "I'm gonna write that song." She's like, "Yeah, make a great country song." And I'm like, "Yes, it would, but I kind of heard it like a, doctor, doctor, give me the news, I got it," or something like that. And then Jimmy Bones, my keyboard player, has had this piano lick forever that's just so funky and soulful. It reminds me of like the first song at a wedding. Just makes you want to get up and go out there and dance. So I took Miss Loretta's title, so now me and Mom got a song written together.
Yeah.
And it's called She's Your Baby, Now Rock Her. One of my favorites on the record.
Even when she's bitching and she's giving you sex, your baby now. Rock her, yeah. Rock her, bye, bye, baby, with me. She's your baby now. Rock her, yeah. Rock her, A-S-A-F-P. No, even if she's nagging at tonight.
Oh man, that was fun. That's a fun one. Did I mention that was written by myself and Loretta Lynn?
That one, oh my God, is gonna be a #1 hit. I'll bet 50 bucks on it right now that that's gonna be one of the biggest songs on the album. Track 5 was even more mind-blowing, and it was funny too. Rock actually, when he was playing it, he got lost in the song and he had to cut himself off. But this song is called Never Enough. It was written by Heath Owens, which is actually the son of Randy Owens, which Randy is in the band Alabama. And if you don't know the band Alabama, I don't know what you're doing watching this video. You should go check them out because they're awesome. It was written with Heath Owens, James LeBlanc, and Bay Simpson. So take a listen.
Never enough money in the bank. There's never enough gas in the tank. Can you feel me?
Sounds pretty good.
There's never enough bullets in the clip. There's never enough whiskey on your lips. Is it, baby? Don't it drive you crazy?
Track 6 is where shit starts to get exciting. This song is called We the People, and it was written by Kid Rock, Jason Widener, and Mason Douglas. The song is about unity and it has a Beastie Boy influence, but you'll never guess who sang on the track. Take a listen.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! You piece of shit, I don't see color. Black lives matter, no shit, motherfucker! But we gotta keep fighting for the right to be free. And every human being doesn't have to agree. We all bleed red, brother, listen to me. It's time for love and unity. We the people. We all rise or we all fall. We the people. All for one and one for all. We the people. We all rise and we all fall. We the people. Standing up. Standing tall, cause it's all for one, and it's one for all, we the people.
I forgot to mention on We the People, that's Gretchen Wilson singing on here. She was supposed to be here tonight. She couldn't make it.
Yeah, Gretchen Wilson. Now me, I'm big on Kid Rock, I'm big on Upchurch. But Gretchen Wilson is my shit. The fact that she's gonna be on this next album excites me even more. And it pisses me off that COVID won't go away because I want this album, like, now. That's gonna hit home with us Republicans, if you know what I'm saying. After that song, he backtracks and goes back to playing a little bit more country music. And this song, what the fuck, Rock? It's called The Nashville I Know. It was written by Ward Gunther of Whiskey Jam, and Rock put his own twists on some parts, and it's fucking hilarious. Take a listen.
And the girls are all bitches, just digging for gold, trying to get my dumb poor ass to buy them around. And they're all drinking Michelob Ultras, and they make me just wanna go home.
I have to play one more part. This is funny as shit.
Some dude gave a high five to his buddy's new highlights. I swear, bro, I can't see your roots. And they're both scared to dance, cause some fucktard in France designed their new lizard skin boots.
I can't get away any more than that.
Oh man, that's why I love Kid Rock, because you never know what you're gonna get from him. The last song that he played, because this song has such a Bob Seger vibe to it, it's definitely a classic rock song. It was written with John Eddy, who John Eddy helped on Happy New Year, Low Life, and Frickin' 40. And the track was actually made by Marlon Young of the Twisted Brown Trucker Band, which if you don't know the Twisted Brown Trucker Band, that's Kid Rock's touring band.
Rocking like a boat out on the water. Rocking like the records we used to play. Rocking to a little Bob Seger or Marvin Gaye. Rocking my life away. Sing a song for the small towns. Sing one for the city. Sing a song for the nights alone, the good times and the whiskey. Sing a song for the road crew. Sing one for the band. Sing this all together tonight. We might never be here again. Rocking like a Sunday church revival. Rocking in the USA. Rocking from New York City to the San Francisco Bay. Yeah, rocking my life away.
Dude, that song is just, that's fucking awesome. To say the least. I can't wait to hear the full thing. So he gave us a pretty good taste of the new music that he's got coming out. I mean, it truly does excite me for this next album, and Rock even talked about his long-term plans with KidRock.com. He stated that he wants to cut out the middleman like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and create a community specifically at KidRock.com, where everyone can have their own chat boards and have access to exclusive DVD content that he's shot, such as full performance videos and even unreleased music. Plus, on there he also give access to good concert tickets, and even stated that he plans to do more live streams in the future, possibly even live streaming some of the rehearsals that he does with the Twisted Brown Trucker Band, which that would be insane. I would love that. That would be super cool. And I know all my Kid Rock friends would love to do it, because I mean, because when I was at the Trump rally and I got to watch them all do sound check, that was so cool just to see, you know, how they get themselves ready for the show. And plus, they tend to play a lot of oddball songs, I've noticed, when they do sound check. Like, for example, during sound check he played What I Learned Out on the Road, and I was like, oh, he's gonna play it tonight too, and he didn't. But he did play the entire song all the way through, which was pretty dope. And he ended up ending the live stream with Tim Watson and TJ Watson, Tim's son. They get Rock up on the stage, and then they sing a cover of Webb Pierce's song I Ain't Never.
The landlord says he ain't here no more. I ain't never. Oh, darling, I see nobody like you. Oh, but I love you. Yes, I love you. I love you just the same. Take it, Tim.
And that cover was awesome. And by the way, if you don't know Tim Watson, he's the fiddle man. He's performed at some of Kid Rock's concerts in the past, but most people remember him from the Chillin' the Most cruise and the Fish Fry when he hosted the Hood Slide competition. Then after that, we got to see the long-awaited sequel of Frickin' 40, Fucking 50.
I guess I'm fucking 50. No need to look it up. Well, I might be fucking 50, but I still don't give one fuck. I guess I'm fucking 50. I'm through drinking and blacking out. No more talking shit about Oprah. We're fighting at the Waffle House tonight. I guess I'm fucking 50. A far cry from 17. Well, I might be fucking 50, but this dick's still long and lean.
Then he ended the live stream, of course, with what we all thought it would be, happy birthday. His fiance Audrey and his son Robert James walked up to him with a cake that was the entire American Badass logo. I'll put a picture of the cake up on the screen. It looked like it was a very tasty cake, and it was a badass cake too, no pun intended. But yeah, that was a really cool way to see them end the live stream. And but overall, I thought it was super cool that he played a ton of new stuff for us, and he gave us kind of a little bit of a glimpse into what he does on his free time, and I thought that that was really cool. There's a lot of songs that I'm very excited for, but the songs that I'm the most excited for is Ain't Nobody Gonna Tell Me How to Live, Still Something, She's Your Baby, Now Rock Her, Never Enough, We the People, and Rockin' My Life Away. Which, little fun fact, Kid Rock actually already has a song called Rockin' My Life Away. He did it with Jerry Lee Lewis and Slash. If you guys haven't heard that song, you definitely gotta go check it out. It's awesome. But like I said, the two that I'm most excited for, hands down, She's Your Baby, Now Rock Her, and We the People. I definitely think that those are gonna be the songs that are the most remembered off of this album. But I don't know. I mean, if he's got 50 tracks, and if they all sound like those, this album could be the biggest thing in the world, which I genuinely hope so, because that would make me so happy to get to see Kid Rock come back, you know? I mean, he was big in the late 90s, and then to see him make that badass revival, oh dude, that would be super cool. Just one last hoorah and retire with a bang. That'd be super cool. But unfortunately, we still don't have a date for the album, and we don't even have a date for the documentary either. But I'm sure those are going to be announced here soon. I think it's a little too early in the year, and plus everything's kind of still shut down right now. I think as things start to open up, hopefully then it'll start to get released, and maybe he'll end up releasing the album still this year. But from the sounds of it, it's probably gonna end up being 2022, which kind of bums me out, but at the same time it kind of excites me too, because it's gonna give him more time to work on music and make it even better, you know? But one thing that I'm actually kind of interested in is the band Monster Truck. It's the Canadian rock band that he did Ain't Nobody Gonna Tell Me How to Live with. I kind of want to almost do a video like digging into them and figuring out who they are and listening to some of their music and reacting to it. So if you guys would be interested in that, let me know in the comment section and I'll jump on that. I think that'd be kind of fun to do, you know, just like a 10-minute video just sitting here at the computer digging into some of their music. That'd be kind of fun. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that, and also let me know in the comment section what you guys thought of all the new music that he played. What songs are you most excited for, and what are your thoughts about him doing 50 songs on one album? Would you rather him release the one album at once, or would you rather him do singles every week? Let me know all of that and more of your thoughts down below in the comment section, y'all. By the way, also I'm going to do another merch plug because I don't really give a fuck. Kid Rock posters are 50% off on my website, which makes them only $4 plus I think like $3.20 shipping. So if you want to go get a poster print of my Kid Rock drawings, go to chunkymonkey40.com/shop. That is also where you'll find the Orange Cars Matter merchandise. And I'll have more merchandise coming out soon. And actually, I'm actually going to tell you guys one of the ones that I was working on. I've had this idea for years, and Rock actually said it in the live stream, and it kind of like, I was like, oh shit, now people are going to think I'm stealing it. But when I first started getting into the Dukes of Hazzard, I met a guy named Steven. And Steven, him and I have been friends on Instagram for a long time, and he gave me a quote that said, they call me the General because I generally don't give a fuck. Well,
You know, pulled up in that General Lee, someone's gonna give me shit about it, you know, but they call me the General because I generally don't give a fuck.
Kid Rock said that in the live stream. I'll roll that little clip right now. And I was gonna do a sticker design and possibly t-shirt of that, of me hanging out the window of the General Lee with my middle finger up. I think that'd be pretty cool. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that. I do still plan to do it. I am gonna do it. And yeah, just so you know, I didn't fucking steal it. So don't give me shit when I release the design, okay, y'all? But anyways, guys, I'm done talking now. Happy birthday, Kid Rock. If you're watching this, I'd like to thank you for being a role model and an idol to me for the last 18 years. I'm proud to say that, and I really hope to meet you one day. With all that said and out of the way, guys, I am ChunkyMonkey40 at YouTube.com. Stay rebel, y'all.
Good old boys never mean no harm. Beats all you ever saw. In trouble with the law since the day they were born. We straightened the curve.